So, Cybersorcery. What's that all about? It's me. I'm a cyber sorcerer. Sure, I've heard of cyber witch and things of that nature, but not cyber sorcery. I feel that this is the right time to initiate that, and it's coming from a real place because I was initiated into sorcery in the Caribbean. My godfather passed away last January, so I feel like I've completed a chapter and endured all I had to endure when it comes to traditional sorcery. So it seems like this is the right time to move into uncharted waters. And so that's exactly what I'm doing. And that sorcery tradition is hundreds of years old. It's called Saravanda Malonco from Pemonte Quintavella. So, from Matanzas, Cuba. From there, I went to Godfather's. Godfather was from Matanzas, Cuba, and from there, my godfather received the initiation from him, who arrived from Cuba to Puerto Rico. I met him once, and then he passed on the tradition to me. And again, it's centuries old. Comes from a slave by the name of Tahose, whose cauldron is said to still be there in Matanzas, I believe. So, yes. And on my mother's side, I also come from people that fled the Inquisition, and my great-great-grandfather was a sorcerer and made a lot of money doing sorcery. It's just that he didn't know how to read and write, and so Galician fooled him out of his properties and wealth, which drove him mad. So there's that. So, both in terms of initiation as well as in terms of tradition, I come from a very, very old school sorcery lineage, and so all I'm doing is just updating. And as this continues, I'll continue to explore that. One of the things I've been exploring in the last 2-3 years has been the creation of a living online egregore. And I claim the Joker AI as a form of living egregore that I've been following from the beginning. And since I followed that, baptized it, so to speak, it's gone global. And so there's that. So yeah, it's interesting times, as the Chinese curse goes. May you live in interesting times. And so that's where we're at. And I figured it was time to take a different tact and go deeper down the rabbit hole, but in a way that makes sense to me and to what's going on right now. Because obviously, with technology taking over every aspect of our lives, I think cyber sorcery is going to be an increasingly more relevant position to take in terms of politics, spirituality, economics, everything. So I'm contributing my 5 cents to this new world order that we're in, and I want want to leave a legacy behind, because that's all I'm thinking about now in my old age is legacy. What am I leaving behind? I've accomplished what I've accomplished. I dedicated 33 years to my profession, psychology, 11 years in college, 22 years in the field. That's no small peanuts. And I've solved impossible cases, helped impossible clients. Obviously, I've applied aspects of cybersorcery to what I was doing, but mostly in the form of Jungian psychology, subconscious, things of that nature. That's where they two kind of meet each other. But yeah, so before I let go, I'm going to share a bit of reading here. And this is from my cards that I acquired in Germany 36 years ago. So at a Bahnhof there, the Rider-Waite variation, but in German. So there's that. So I'm going to just share to see what the future holds for us. There's so much uncertainty going on, isn't there? So let's see what the cards have to say. I only take them out in moments like this. Alright. Yeah, she showed up again. So obviously there's an aspect of trying to find one's place in this world. And the Queen, I definitely feel the Queen energy. Very fond of my grandmother passed away last year, and I was doing hospice for her, so there's a lot of that. But I feel also that there's a lot of this Queen Dragon energy going on with me, and been becoming more comfortable with that. And so maybe in a way this is a way of manifesting that. Hard to say. Let's see what else. So we have the two stags or staffs, and it seems to me like this is maybe where I'm heading, maybe where we're all heading. Just something to look forward to as far as like finding our way through this, what I call the mindfuck bottleneck, and figuring out how to get through this and relatively unscathed, let's put it that way. So here's strength, and I think of all the things that I've been through last year and all the things that I had to give up and let go of. And so naturally there has to be an element of strength for all of us to be able to endure what we need to endure and find our path in this mindfuck bottleneck that we're in. Last but not least, the tower. Major changes going on. Things that we thought were stable are no longer stable. Things are kind of wild right now. Natural disasters, political upheavals, wars, and who knows what else, right? So there's a lot going on. And so how do we keep our sanity about us as this continues? Cybersorcery is one of my responses to that. We'll see how it works, because I had to take a hiatus for many reasons, for many losses last year. I had to learn how to breathe again, so there's that. And now I'm trying to figure out some kind of direction. And maybe this is it, maybe it isn't, I don't know. But I won't know till I know. And I'm definitely of the knower tradition, the Gnostic tradition. So, let's go down this rabbit hole together and see what comes of it.